Hey folks, Jeffrey Rugrock here. All things prints this semester. This is drawing number 16, and really it's not a drawing at all, but you have to do a little bit of pencil work. It's essentially a scale exercise. There is a workout or a worksheet for scale specifically, which you should have, but I'll give you a quick introduction and then I'll show you. For this drawing, we're going to scale all the aspects of this page layout and dimension them at 3/16 scale. That's all we're going to do. So we're actually going to mark this drawing up with the different sizes. So a quick refresher on scale, and this is true for 3/16, but it's easier to see on the 3 scale. The 3 scale is just one side. On the opposite, you'll see 1.5 inches. You'll notice that one is double the other, so 1.5 inches times 2 equals 3. So there's some cheats you can use here. So example, 1 foot on the 3 scale. So here's the feet run to the inside, so 0 to 1 is actually 2 feet on the 1.5 inch scale. Anyway, so it gives you a little bit of a cheat. And that alludes to a couple of other things. You'll find that the larger scale uses larger leader lines. You'll see how large that leader line is. The shorter leader lines belong to the shorter scale, the smaller scale. The other thing to know is that there's 2 different scales here. There's a foot scale, which runs from the 0 in, so that's 1 foot. 3 inches equals 1 foot. And then another 3 inches equals 2 feet. So that's the that's the foot scale that runs to the inside of the 0. To the outside of the 0 is inches. So there's 3 inches, 6 inches, 9 inches, 12 inches. So in reality, if you measured this, this would be 3 inches between here, and that represents a foot. Therefore, at the halfway mark or 1.5 inch mark, it's 6 inches. At the 3/4 inch mark, it's 3 inches. Therefore, every quarter equals an inch. So there's 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch, 6 inch, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 inches. Anyway, so that's the foot's on the inside, inches on the outside, and fractions are also here. So if this is 1 inch, right smack dab there in the middle, as the leader lines get shorter, the increments get shorter. So 1 inch down to 1/2 inch, you'll see it's half length. Down to 1/4 inch. And then the smallest you're going to get is 1/8 of an inch there. So 1/8 of an inch is not a lot different than the pencil width, right? Therefore, you can scale the drawing, but you never quite get it right because your pencil line can be quite huge. We're actually going to be using the 3/16 scale to measure different aspects of the drawing. So to give you an example, well, 3/16 scale is the same. So there's a foot, or there's 12 inches to the outside, and there's a foot, and 2 foot. This scale is so small, it can't even list every foot as it goes. So that's actually 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot. Again, the opposite end of this scale is half the size. So if this is 1 foot, then this shorter scale from the far side is actually 6 inches. So this is 1 foot, this will be 18 inches, or 1 foot 6, and then 2 feet, and so on. So we can use that as a bit of a cheat. The trick to when you're measuring using this scale is to always align a full foot marker, so whether it's 2, 3, 4 foot, on one side of your object, and then make sure the other side of your object hits at least the 0 or somewhere into the inches. So let me show you how that works. So I'm just going to dimension this drawing space right here. And I'm using the larger scale of 3/16. So 2, 4, 6, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 27 feet. So I'm going to go to 26 feet. So we know we have 26 feet, And then we have on the inch, so that's to 0. And then on the inch side we have 6 inches. So it's about 8 inches. So 26 foot 8 for me. And yours could be ever so slightly different. So that's 26 foot 8 at 3/16 scale. 22 summer. And then the next one we might measure is the height. Again, we're doing the 3/16 scale, which is here. So we're just going to put this on the 15 foot. Oh no. So 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 feet exactly. Then on this one, whoops, I should turn that over so you can see it. So it's not quite 13 feet, so this would be 12, 13, but you can see it's off the edge a little bit. So we'll go back to 12 foot, and I'm going to say it's 12 foot 10. So you can go ahead and finish them. I won't do any more for you, but I am looking for the line height. I am looking for the overall height. And I'm looking for the letter height. And then you use your dimension extension leader lines as you will. And yes, the arrows can go outside of things, right? So I'm looking for you to fill this in. I'm looking for you to fill this in. Overall height. And of course the overall width as well. So there you go, all at 3/16 scale if you would. Give it a shot. And your numbers can be a little different than mine, depending on when your printing was and all that sort of thing. Have fun, and see you next time.